We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new live stream. I'm here with James, and you also know me as well as DWA Fortune Australia, George. So, we've got a bit of a serious topic we want to talk about today, don't we?
Well, I don't know. This topic's totally new to me, but yeah.
Well, well, I haven't told him about it yet. But we're basically talking about the toxicity in the doctor community at the moment. Mostly on Twitter, but it does happen on YouTube as well. Now, James knows about the heretics, don't you?
Barely anything apart from like that they got ran off YouTube once because there was a load of nasty people. Then we all banded together and made a bunch of clips about why we think that they should stick around. And I don't know if they did stick around or not. I mean, it's not really my type of content. I'm not.
Well,
maybe once I've watched all 10. Well, maybe once I've watched more series of Doctor Who, maybe I'll like it. But at the moment, there just ain't really much that appeals to me on there.
while they were run off Twitter, while they deactivated their Twitter account the other day. Well, not the other day, a couple of weeks ago now, because some people, they put a picture up of Forbidden Planet. Of the Doctor Who section there of Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor merchandise. Now, they weren't talking about the books or the CDs, they were talking about merchandise in general. And there's barely any there. And so people decided to basically call them lawyers and make them deactivate the account. Where I haven't got the picture itself because they've deactivated. You can't go and find it. But they were being called lawyers and basically people laughing because they wouldn't and made them leave Twitter itself and deactivate the account. I'll get Twitter up now so we can. I did get into a bit of an argument with one. Which you would, wouldn't you? Because when they're being ran off for basically being bullied about a picture that is which is true.
Well, what was the picture and what was the caption? Because I didn't catch that bit.
It's basically showing Jodie Whittaker's merch. So it's such a shame that there's not a lot of merchandise for her in the shop, which there wasn't. So all of the I'll just call them Jodie lovers. That's what they are. You got they're not my doctors, which they're just as toxic as the people that really, really like Jodie's doctor. And if you say anything about her doctor, you're a sexist or and things like that. So
the Jodie fans were salty that there wasn't much Jodie merch. That they pointed out that there wasn't much Jodie merch.
Yeah, and they basically ran them off Twitter for it.
That?
Yeah.
What?
And the podcast, you won't know it, but it's called the Big Blue Box Podcast, and they're very good friends with the Heretics, and they're big nerds like me and you, but basically,
hold on, correction, George.
Okay, like me.
No, not even that. You only watch Doctor Who, George, and anime. You're not on my level. You haven't seen The Sopranos. You haven't seen Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Walking Dead, Prison Break.
I've seen some scenes of Game of Thrones. I've seen some scenes.
Family Guy, American
Dad.
I've
seen Futurama. Yes, I have. Hang on. I've seen South Park. I've seen American Dad. I've seen Family Guy.
Don't watch the podcasts, George. You're not on the level of You're not granted.
Okay,
the
then.
rank.
Okay, then. Okay,
I'm
you
joking, I'm
you
joking.
okay, you super nerd then, and me
Yeah,
normal nerd. There we go. So basically, that go back to what I was saying. The podcast was saying that they go to the Forbidden Planet stores all the time, and they
Yeah.
don't have a lot of merch, and that Matt and Liv were basically right, which they were. So I'll bring up some of the tweets if I can. Hang on. Get screen ad. Here we go. Now here's the screen. We're on my Twitter account right now. As you can see, the first tweet comes up is that. So, at first, this was only the 9th of July.
Doubly.
But yeah, but that's probably just one of the many people that were happy that they left Twitter. So we'll get that. Here's another one here. They'll be back with a post. I'm not going to let these bad ones get to me. Blah 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 blah. Which you can tell already. These are Jodie Whittaker fans. They're not my doctor. Now they're not my doctor. Or can be very very bad, and they can be
Who's
very
not
sexist.
What do you mean?
They're not my doctor. Are the ones that hate Jodie's doctor, basically.
No matter what, even if she does
no matter what. Yeah. So basically, YouTubers like Balstrick and Nerderotic, those two are very nasty channels when it comes to it. But then you got the Jodie lovers like this that can't take any criticism about Jodie, and that just even saying that one of her episodes is bad, they'll call you a sexist, a misogynist, and all things like that. So then you'll get the ones like this where they'll be happy about it. So like this cow, one here, and I told you I was tempted to make this a video and blur the names, kind of like what I did with my I caused a Twitter war video where I did block the names, but people like this, they need to be called out here at the end of the day. Well, that's the way I feel. I don't know if I'm in the right saying that.
Do what you want in it. I mean, if they've run off some of your favourite YouTubers over practically absolutely nothing, then fair play in it.
Yeah. So let's have a couple more. Yeah, there's another one.
What a bunch of wank.
Since good riddance, I'm not being funny. Getting rid of Twitter in general would be a blessing in disguise, wouldn't it? Here we go. It is one. I used to enjoy the Heretics, but they seem to be stemming on everyone in Jodie's era. They hate on 11, which I do. I despise Series 11, and I despise a lot of Series 12 when it comes to it. I've told you about the Timeless Children, haven't I?
Not really.
Basically, the Timeless Children is hundreds and hundreds of lives, of generations before William Hartnell's first Doctor. So it can be like thousands of Doctors, and the Doctor's basically immortal, and as well, not from Gallifrey, basically.
No. That does sound like a bag of arse, because I know. Well, I looked on Google and it said the Doctor's immortal. But the thing is, the fact that there was only 12 regens, it makes the Doctor like sort of applicable, if that makes sense. It makes the Doctor relatable. Well, if the Doctor's just going to keep spamming out and being immortal, well then, what's the point? The Doctor doesn't really have much of a lot.
And as well, the Doctor was an outcast as a child, and that's why they left Gallifrey in the end. But now you find out that all Time Lords have got their regeneration energy from the Doctor. So it makes the Doctor like a god. Where you don't want that, do you? So I'll go back to this now. They hated Series 11, 12, which that's their own opinion. If they don't like a series, they don't. Then you have to like a series, don't you? And let's slam the Revolution of Daleks, which is the latest Doctor Who episode, which was January 1st of this year. Well, I thought that was quite a good one. But I can see why they didn't like it. Even though I enjoyed it, yeah, they can enjoy it, but the heretics can't enjoy it then.
Ridiculous, isn't it? They say that Zach 2502, you can't win. Well, guess what? None of us can win neither, because you're doing the exact same. He's doing the exact same thing that he's accusing them of.
Yeah, so he can have his opinion, but they can't have theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous.
Hang on, sorry. I'm gonna have to do this. I was just, you know me. I was just like getting in Twitter fights sometimes. No, I can't. So listen to that. Of course, so you have their opinion, but they can't have theirs, which is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll get to my little rant ones in a bit.
Yeah.
Got just stupid people right now. Imagine being caught out. Here we go. Here's the one that I'm a part of. Imagine being caught out for being a liar who lied so hard that. Imagine being caught out for being a liar who lied so hard that you have to deactivate. Well, they didn't lie. They showed a picture of what was there. Well, this person's good. In fairness, the response was a bit of more than a bit of an overreaction. It was a massive overreaction. But you're of me going in a bit. Here we go. This is the first bit where we'll get to what I was saying. So this person, what people going, you're lying to a further an agenda, not really know. What agenda are they trying to do, mate? Do you know what agenda that they're trying to do? Because I just see him. I just see him posting a picture saying that there's not a lot of merchandise there, which there isn't, is there? So, like, literally, I can name all my Jodie Whittaker stuff right now, and it's like 1% of stuff compared to my 10th Doctor stuff, my 11th Doctor stuff. I think Peter Capaldi had more Doctor Who stuff than she did, and there wasn't a lot of his stuff. And for her being the first female Doctor, there's not been a lot of stuff for her. And like these last couple of weeks, you can't be happy that Jodie and Chinor have left the show because they've announced that they're left. You're not allowed to enjoy that they're left after basically screwing the show of 50 years of history.
Come on.
Yeah. I jumped for joy when I heard that they left, because with this
The
timeless
thing is,
child,
though, Matt, I'll tell you something though, George. Didn't Matt Smythe did wipe a lot of Doctor Who history, but it was done in a really cool way. Like, you know how everything got erased at the end of series 5, and then he came back.
Yeah, I think that was more just the bits of David Tennant and Ninth Doctor era that was kind of wiped.
Yeah, still a bit sad though, but it technically
but
it still happened, didn't it? Technically,
it still happened.
So,
yeah.
The only people who are safe from that are Rose. Who else
Rose,
is in
Jackie, Mickey, and the other Doctor.
Who was in the separate universe? Who went to the new? Captain Jack was obviously safe from it because he came back.
Jack wasn't on there. Yeah.
So he couldn't have wiped his memory. Did Donna's memory get wiped then, when the world was when everything?
About Donna's memory was like
No. I mean, was it wiped again? Was it wiped again? Like
no. I think it was more just the Dalek bits and pieces that were taken out.
Oh, okay.
Like the series 4 finale of that massive invasion. That was wiped.
So most of the things happened, and most people can remember the other things. Just the Dalek stuff they can't remember because that got wiped.
Yeah. Like if you remember with the with victory of the Daleks when it was the Ironsides.
Yeah.
Amy had no idea what the Daleks were. So it's just things like that. But when you come to the Timeless Child, there's a fourth Doctor story called The Brain of Morbius, and it was showing this monster called Morbius, who used to be a Time Lord, and then it's showing all of his regenerations basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it's showing none of the Doctors. Well, the Timeless Child made that canon, so some of them were the Doctor. The Doctor was experimented on as a child by a Gallifreyan called Tectoon, and there was about 10 regenerations shown then as well of the Doctor as a child being experimented on. And then you got the fugitive Doctor who appeared in series 12, played by Jane Martin. We have no idea where she is in the timeline, so that's another Doctor. Like at the end of that, you got 1 to 13, and that's it. Like, you carry on with them. You ignore the Timeless Child, I think, because I don't think it's canon. I want to say that it's not canon for me.
Didn't you say the fans boycotted one of the Series 11 stories, though? Like they wiped it from canon somehow?
No, they didn't boycott the Series 11.
I mean,
the
like
TV movie, the TV movie and Series 9. There was a bit of boycotting because in the TV movie, the Doctor says his mom is human and his father is Gallifreyan, and that was basically wiped from the canon.
Oh, okay.
And then with Series 9, it was brought back by Stephen Moffat as I'll forget the proper name for it now. The hybrid, that's it. And it was basically the Doctor's meant to be the hybrid, be half human, half Gallifreyan, and that was wiped as well.
I was going to say, you know, when people do wipe stuff from canon, like some Star Wars stuff, like the Force Unleashed and the Battlefront 2 campaign, that used to be canon, but now it's just a part of Star Wars Legends or non-canon. But as long as the thing that is good, that's all that really matters. It doesn't really matter. It matters a bit if it's canon.
Well, there's some Big Finish stuff now. Big Finish about do all the Doctor Who audios. And they've got a non-canon thing where it's where the Doctor's basically turn into the Valleyard. He's like the bad version of the Doctor.
Yeah.
As you'll see further on with series that we're making.
I am looking forward to that episode 6. I'm very curious as to if it's going to end up being good, average, or just awful. But
I've got a feeling because of the amount of history in the show being put into it with all the references and bits and pieces like that, and all the Doctor bits put into it, I think will be quite a big, good episode.
You really think so? What if Ben can't? What if Ben can't? If Ben can't? Then we pretty much. Then the series. Well, then that episode's screwed.
Episode is not. It's not able to be made without Ben at this point.
No. What I'm saying is, what if he's not a good actor? That's the funny thing. And then what if the episode just totally goes down the toilet? We'll have to wait to see what he's like. I think he will be good. I mean, he could come out swinging and be better than everyone else, couldn't he? Better than me, you and Liam combined. Definitely. But he could not come out swinging.
Well, with the evil line that he did, he did for me for that god awful trailer that I made. That was all not synced right.
Yeah, he did okay in that.
He did good in that, and he did seem very evil making that bit.
Well, he looked like
he gave off a bit of a master vibe as well, like that happy laughter, but also as evil as anything, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you want to can you get to the crux of the Twitter thing? Because I'm going to go. I really I don't feel the best. I just feel a little bit.
Hang on, let me find my bit.
Just get to the crux.
Yeah, I'll find my Twitter bit. I see it somewhere. Let's go to my notifications and I'll find it. Hang on. I'll go from the bottom message. Oh, come on. What's it doing? What?
Yeah, it's just the anime pictures.
What anime pictures? That one, of Micah.
Yeah, it just made me laugh. Yeah.
Well, was it? Is it drawing?
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, it is that person here.
Here we go. Right now, get your comment back.
Yeah, I'm getting it up. Hang on. I'm getting the my foot up. Up with it. Here we go. Don't start from the bottom. You have to start from the top. So we got the guy who says, I think who's there.
Imagine being caught out for lying so hard that you have to deactivate.
So we read that one.
Hateful people like you, they were speaking the truth. There's barely any Doctor Who stuff in stores anymore. Stating that they lied is not hateful because they did. They didn't because you compare Jodie's merch to Matt merch and there's barely any of Jodie's. All right, let's look at the rest then.
Which you can agree with because you've seen what I have.
I feel like you never even saw the original tweet. Well, when you follow them, it's hard to miss a tweet, but they deserve to be run. But they deserve to be run off the platform. Well, they weren't.
I said that not sarcastically when I said that.
I know. Yeah, we're presenting a small selection of shop merch as if it was bad. It had, which was a lie. People said it was a lie that if they ran off because they couldn't deal with that, there's that That's no one's problem but theirs. I wasn't saying they were comparing merch, but a lot of people know there's not actually actual merch, and there might be a lot of book CDs, comic, but that's not what they were talking about. They didn't run off, they were bullied off for showing there was nothing to buy.
Which I'm right there, aren't I?
Yeah.
So I get to go and show my tweet again.
If you weren't saying that, then why did you say this? But in case I literally do not fucking care about this whole situation anymore, I'll explain what happened many times to people, and it's not my problem if you keep denying it. They didn't because you can't. If you don't care, why do you keep replying? Aren't you doing the same by denying that they're in the right? I forgot how toxic this side of fanbase is to people that have different opinion as you. Nothing about opinions here, mate. Just an obvious lie. You are too willing to defend. Aren't you adding your opinion by saying they're lying and you're defending the bullying harassment that they had? Well, you absolutely wrecked them there, George. There you go.
So, as you see, I've tried to be civil. I'm saying what they've done wrong, and is it in the wrong when they say it. And that's it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That just shows how toxic their side of the fandom can be.
Very true. I'm gonna probably go anyway. So
yeah, well, that's fine, mate. Let's finish this off because I think it's done. So that was Jameson. So thank you all for watching. The whole point of this video / live stream is to show people how much hate is in this fandom when it shouldn't be. Even if you like Jenny's Doctor or don't like her, say your opinion. Yes, you might not agree, but don't do things like this. It's merchandise at the end of the day, like literally. Merchandise here. People have an opinions about it. Literally, another merchandise here. And to finish off, Doctor Who merchandise right here. At the end of the day, respect people. Don't go bullying them off the platform when it happens. When they're saying the truth, when it comes to it, that's basically it. Just try and fix what's happening. If you're on Twitter, don't get into these Twitter fights. Don't be like me, just like you saw me. I replied to a tweet when I didn't have to. Now, that's just me being a bit sick and twisted, to be honest with you. Where liking these Twitter getting into the Twitter fights, because I know when it comes to Doctor Who with me, I know every little bit to go with it. But that's all I can really say. This fandom is sick and twisted at the end of the day. The fandom is basically a cesspool of toxic mess, basically. And you have the good ones that try and stay out of it. Good ones that defend the show when they don't have to. Try and please fans when they don't have to. The critics just say what they like to say about the show. They have their own opinion about the show. So why can't you have your opinion? They have theirs. Why can't you just leave them to what they say? Say, because they might like it. You might like it. They might love an episode that you hate. but they don't. After you saying that you don't like this, so you shouldn't be a part of this fandom. No, they don't, because you can have your opinion, they can have theirs. That's about it. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, James, for joining me. Subscribe to ALP Podcast, which James is on with Aaron. Subscribe to this channel because this is mainly about Doctor Who. But there's not normally a series of a video like this. But that's basically it. So hope you guys enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.